President Theo Epstein has said he likes to bring up top prospects when the team is on the road, giving them time to adjust to life in the majors while facing a downsized media contingent. And so it was with Addison Russell, who got the call to the majors last Tuesday in Pittsburgh. Tonight, the second baseman makes his Wrigley Field debut. That's where we find Kelly Kroll, who has your press pass to tonight's series opener in a rematch with the Pirates. Good evening, Kelly.
Good evening, Chris. Well, Addison Russell echoed those sentiments, saying, yes, it was very nice to kind of get his feet wet in the bigs the last couple of days. He can feel himself getting more and more comfortable. And Joe Maddon said, we got to see a glimpse of the special player this guy can be yesterday in Cincinnati, the 3-run double. The day before that, getting it done with the glove. But tonight for Russell, he said it's all about taking in his Wrigley debut in front of his parents, his fiance, and a number of other family members.
Just kind of soaking everything up, and then also just thinking about my family. You know, they've helped me come so far and be here. You know, it's just great to have them, to watch me play on the big stage, and it's kind of humbling. You know, just to remember where you came from, and you have your big supporters there. You know, just kind of like, it's kind of like a warm feeling. You know, and they helped me get to this point, and I'm glad that they're here.
Russell, Chris Bryant, Jorge Soler, all of the youngins still settling in and getting adjusted to the big leagues. Soler, who started the season absolutely on fire, has really struggled the last few games, going 0 for 15. Manny Ramirez, who is here, of course, helping the Cubs hitters, says it's a combination of him pushing too hard, getting out of his zone, and he just needs to wait on his pitch. Joe Maddon certainly agrees.
The biggest thing I've noticed with him is frustration in other components of his game. And that's what I really would like for him to avoid. He has shown in the past to be a really patient hitter that doesn't normally chase. He has been more recently. For me, the old scouting adage, if he's shown it to you before, he's going to show it to you again. So I know he's going to go back to being that guy.
One other note, the Cubs did make a move today back to full strength with their bench as Junior Lake was recalled from AAA Iowa. Brian Schlitter heading back to AAA Iowa at Wrigley Field. I'm Kelly Kroll. Let's send it back to you guys in the studio.
Kelly, thanks very much. The NFL Draft begins Thursday. The first time new...
And, of course, we're going to start right here at the top of the show with the Papa Bear of the Chicago Cubs, Joe Maddon.
George Hallis of the Cubs.
Well, you are now.
You know,
it is kind of football weather a little bit.
Back in the day, how about this guy with no jacket on, though?
I'm sitting over here, I was kind of hanging out. Then the sun just went behind us, and it's now 27 degrees.
Don't sleep. He might steal that right off your head mid-interview.
I might need a Cubby pullover, though. You might need it after this interview.
Come on upstairs. We'll talk to Otis.
Hey, how much fun is this? We've got a great series. We've got you and the Pirates fighting it out, just a couple games behind the Cardinals right now in the National League Central. We've got Hamels. We've got Shirley Worley's boy, Vance Worley, on the mound
Peter
tonight.
Chase, the PR.
Peter
Chase in the house right now.
Peter doesn't have a jacket on either. He's a stud, too.
Gorgeous.
Absolutely.
So, listen, it's great. I look at your infield. They all have to get ID'd at the door every day they come in. Sweet.
It is. No, you're right. The whole infield's been doing a wonderful job getting Addison up here. It's really a trip to look out there. You see 25, 21, 25, and 23 on the infield third, and then the catching's been really good too. It's just been a fun time. We've been playing pretty well. Really good road trip, 4-2 on the road, and in your own division's kind of an outstanding trip. But there's a lot of believability about the group in the clubhouse. The chemistry, the veterans that we brought in are fantastic. Mr. Ross is as advertised, man. He's fabulous, as well as the rest of the group. So we're having a lot of fun and playing well.
Never played with David Ross, been around him the last few years. One of the best. I mean, that's the one thing. I don't care if he hits 108 or 572. When you have a guy like that and a presence around, right? How much does that affect?
Well, you know, a lot of times you talk about guys like that, or you hear talk about guys like that, and maybe it doesn't really match up. It matches up with him. I really believe. You know, after he's done playing within a year or 2 or 3, whatever he wants, he's going to be a big league manager at some point. He's got the grasp of the game. He definitely has the grasp personality-wise, conversationally. He knows how to talk to me or to anybody else. I think he's got all the necessary ingredients to be that manager someday.
You know, I know that you guys are very young, but I'm curious if you have room for a few more whippersnappers, if you will, because there were a couple of Millar boys out there taking some outfield work earlier today. Millar brought his entire clan, Cash and Canyon, were out there. So I'm curious if you could break down their game out there a little bit.
Well, you taught them how to fall. You're going for that late at night replay on television catch. That's what you're going for right there.
And of course, they own the joint.
Collision. No, no communication whatsoever.
Well, you know, it's funny. I came up here and I saw Blanco, I saw Manny. I didn't know if they were still playing. You were talking about veterans. I'm like, Henry, you still catching? Are you the fourth catcher? And he's like, no. And the Manny's walking around with a bat. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, our support staff is outstanding here. They're outstanding. Manny coming into town does a wonderful job. Manny could really talk approach when it comes to hitting as well as anybody I've been around. You know, you always in today's game, a lot of times with the hitting coaches or pitching coaches, you're always talking physical mechanics. I like the guys that can talk mental mechanics, and Manny's one of those dudes, man. John Maley, our hitting coach, is spectacular. Yep. We also have Eric Hinsky as the assistant to the hitting coach. I
saw him walking out with a Bose system. He had country music, he had Latin, he had hard rock, he had hip-hop. I go, bro, how do you cater? He goes, I can cater to whoever walks in the cage. I'm ready. So he's playing Toby Keith for Soler.
That's absolutely, of course. Yeah, he gets all that stuff. Yeah. But I mean, I was talking about approach. Approach to be taught on a major league level is really important, and Manny does a great job with that.
Let's be honest. It's 50-50 whether or not he gets to the park every day, right?
Manolito?
He plays dumb. Like Joe said, he's the one guy that watched the middle relievers, Chris, watching them on the computer because he knew in the 7th and 8th inning he was coming up with runners on base and would sit back and drive.
What happened to you? What happened to your fun gear?
It's gone. I'm now a media guy. I'm talking to Joe Madryan. He's filthy rich now as a manager. He's got red wine in his office. He's got grapes from Northern California stepping on his bathtub. He's driving his motor home to the yard. And look at him, it's Joe Madden.
Well, you're talking about Manny finding his way to the ballpark. I think he and Rick Sutcliffe share a Uber account, as Sut would put it.
Very nice.
They have the same Uber account, so he gets here on time.
Hey, by the way, hold this up for me. On June 13th, they're giving away the Joe Madden bobblehead, so just hold that thing. So I don't know if you're – I guess
it
you're
resembles the hairs got you down. The hairs immediately what I looked at.
Yeah, the hair's
gorgeous
solid.
color,
yeah,
solid.
That's right. Exactly.
Tighten up on the neck hair.
The finger pointing, I don't quite understand, but I'll take it.
I think you're giving a speech.
Definitely being protected. Yeah, that indicates that I'm half the time by stalking with my hands right there.
You look good. You look good. So was it fun hanging out with Will Ferrell in the spring?
Yeah, he did a great job. How about what he did, though? I mean, physically, that had to be really taxing to do what he did. He actually talked him into pinch hitting on that particular day. We had an opening. They were taking their pitcher out. I walked down to third base, said, You have not planned on pinch hitting yet. Would you like to do that? But he never came out of character, man. Listen, I've watched every movie that he's made, whether it's Ricky Bobby or Step Brothers. I love all that stuff, man. So to get to meet him and hang with him a little bit was fun.
This was great,
hilarious.
right?
Yeah, this very good stuff. Yeah.
Is he funny, though? Like, is he a good dude behind the scenes, or is he just in character?
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't really get a chance to – I'm hoping that he comes up. We can go hang out one night up here. But, yeah, he was really he is. I mean, he's just like you see in the movies, man. It's just that same gig where he keeps that stone face at you, and you know he's just messing with you, but he does a great job of doing it.
Is he in the cell?
No, not yet. Not yet. Well, I'm not that cool.
I mean, if it had been Millar, that would have been the first thing that would have happened, right?
Right. Well, actually, what he did do, it was the day that my granddaughter was born, Carson. So he signed a couple things for Carson.
Oh, nice.
So Carson has some authentic Will Ferrell March 13th gear. Yeah, 2015.
Do you think Rose could have done what he did physically?
Be honest.
Oh, physically, yeah. Yeah, physically, yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Like attended all those games?
Just lasting. I mean, lasting
you really
all.
Think so?
Lasting all day long. That's a.
There's oblique injuries.
I mean, physically, actually performing the task of swinging and throwing. I don't know about that. I just mean like getting in a helicopter or a car and just cavorting
the
for all that.
celebrity role.
He could have done that easily.
Hey, we're back tomorrow. If you want me to take early BP, Skip, I will.
You're welcome to come out. You can come out and take regular BP. I'm fine with that.
You don't want him to get to the field early, though. He's the guy to try to get here. Like
I don't come to the field early, so I don't want you to either.
Thank you. Now I know that you haven't had a long tenure here as the Cubs skipper. However, we are singing during the 7th inning stretch tonight.
Oh, cool.
So what words of advice do you have for us?
Loud. Just go loud with it.
Loud?
I would think loud. I mean, I think whenever – it's like when somebody throws out the first pitch, I always advise them to throw the ball over the catcher's head and not bounce it.
Right.
So as opposed to not being as aggressive with your singing, just be aggressive. But just go for it. You guys, I know you guys will do that.
But you have to have some sort of shtick at the top, right?
Your Harry Carey thing, your best
You know, I
Carey.
might bring Dempster to help.
Yeah, there you go.
Like
that
just
would
at
be,
least start the crowd up.
Right, at least, yeah, that's a good way to get a jump start.
Good buffer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And he hates that stuff, so you have to talk him into it.
Will Will you, out of curiosity, will you peek out of the dugout and look up?
Of course.
You will?
I promise.
Will you promise to make eye contact?
Yeah, regardless of how the game's going, I'll give my best bolt.
Thumbs up or thumbs down? You can go either way.
That would be post. Okay, you're good.
Okay.
or like you just so.
Just a mahalo. A mahalo would be great.
Men's.
Perfect. I got some beautiful rapid-fire questions for you, if you don't mind answering.
Sure.
And
Did you
honestly,
just wince?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, so rapid fire.
It's from us.
Okay, that's right.
Come on. How
Consider
difficult
the
can this be? This isn't the MCATs.
Number
May
one.
I read as you go along?
If you could, if you could manage one player in history, who would it have been?
One player in history would have been, gosh, that's tough, but I'm going to go with the childhood thing, Bob Gibson.
Bob Gibson.
Ooh, Bob Gibson.
Tough.
Well, I mean, when it came down to competitiveness, who was any more competitive than he was? Actually, in the 2009 All-Star game, we're playing in St. Louis. I'm managing the American League. I was meeting a bunch of Cardinal dudes, that former players. He would not come by, and I absolutely loved that because National League versus the American League, he did not want to interact, and that really solidified that bromance with this guy. I think he's the best ever.
By the way, you're never pulling him from a game. Just
well,
I
wouldn't even attempt to.
Yeah,
I'd send McCarver out there.
One thing you did not know about Wrigley Field that you've learned since becoming manager.
The one thing that I've learned is just the inner workings. The manager's office is actually elevated above the, and that's really unusual. You're normally on the same. You don't have like a two-level basement and then a clubhouse with the manager's office up. That's the one thing. It's unusual to have a manager's office sitting up top like that. Yeah,
looking down on the boys.
Yeah, right.
4 people that would make your dream dinner party with red wine, of course.
Woof. That's I mean, right away. I think Branch Rickey. If we're in a baseball setting, I'd love to have like to sit with Mr. Rickey. The other guy I'd like to sit with is he's Pat Conroy, the author. I've been trying to get him in. My wife tried to get him at my birthday party a couple years ago. Couldn't get him there.
He had the same answer to the question, Pat Conroy.
Are you serious?
See, Rose, that's not.
Pat Conroy, going back in history a bit too. I always thought Harry Truman would be a trip in a dinner party, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, I've always thought that. And beyond all that, I mean, back in the day, how about my grandpa?
Oh.
My grandpa.
Like
or
that.
could I say both grandpops?
Yes.
I didn't get to meet one on the Polish side, John. He was, I think he passed before I was born. My grandpa, Carmen, when I was 4. So it'd be kind of cool to sit with the grandpops right now.
Awesome.
Grandparents' bonds are awesomeness.
Yeah.
Merlot, Cabernet, or Pinot Noir?
I'll tell you, I like blends.
What? Or what?
Pinot
What's the last?
Noir.
Thank you.
Yeah. Pinot.
Okay.
I got it. I was reading it.
What region?
Well, gosh,
Also.
I just, it's always like your favorite wine is the last one you drank. I had something from Italy last night, Promosic. That's Transmogrify or something, or Metamorphosis. It's a blend of Cabernet Franc, a Cab, and something else from northern Italy. Not expensive, but outstanding. But anytime I could get a blend, I like blends more. I like the heavy blends. Italian-wise, the Antinori's, Tignanello, whatever. But, really, whatever the last good wine you drank is your favorite wine.
Good point, Chris.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
And the last one, can you give us a sneak preview of the next themed road trip?
Well, I was working on something I wanted to talk to Peter and VJ about. I've been working on a sweater. Is that still thumbs up, thumbs out?
Peter Chase, thumbs up or thumbs down? He gave you thumbs up, Peter Chase.
Well, actually, it's I'll give you a hint. Like my Chevelle's coming up in a couple of days of 72, and the trunk is going to have the 1908 logo in red carpet.
Oh no!
So I'll just throw out there the 1908 tees regarding the sweaters. I mean, beyond that, listen, like all the stuff in the clubhouse, that's got to be extemporaneous. I mean, it's like, normally when things aren't going well, the guy's a little bit uptight. That's when they need it more than when things are going well. I don't want to interfere when things are going well. So we'll just figure out something. Right now, the clubhouse is very cool. I'd like to get something going on the road.
Okay.
We're working on the sweater gig right now. But beyond that, it's just got to just happen.
Extemporaneous. Can you define that before I let that slip? You
It just popped in my head.
It's just instincts.
Yes,
There you go.
Very good.
Dynamic.
Instinctively, right.
It's great catching up with you as always.
Always my pleasure. Thanks for showing
having us,
up,
too.
guys. This is outstanding.
That's
Got
funny
you
for us.
produced.
You
Got you
kidding me?
produced.
Might stay here all week, to be honest.
Please,
with
you may.
Seriously.
You could suit up and take BP.
Where do you live at? I might stay over tonight.
I can't say that publicly.
Great, got it.
Don't forget, we'll see you during the 7th inning stretch. Okay.
You got it, man. I'll look up there. I promise.
Please do.
All right.
Please do.
All right.
Number 31, Anthony Rizzo.
Batting third and playing first base. Ironically, he's not Italian, number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
I had to check in to see if I was really Italian. The meatball concept really, I think, locked me in.
Frank Rizzo.
Every stadium I go to, I hear at least one Frank Rizzo.
Frank Rizzo.
To infinity and beyond. I was running for prom king. I got beat out, but my girlfriend won prom queen, so it was tough to watch that dance.
You got left out in the cold or what?
They were dancing right in front of me, right there.
Frank Rizzo.
Riz, I think it was the dance at the end that put you almost in the top 30 of the IT top 50.
Hey, that's a great. I haven't broke that dance out this year yet.
Yeah.
So.
Did you have any idea that you were number 31 in our top 50 countdown? Were you following along during spring training?
No, but that's awesome.
The loose hips. The hands up above the head, loose hips, get you top 30, no doubt about it. They were just a little stiff in that last video. Just a little stiff.
It was later on in the year. I had back issues last year, so I was battling through it. But
can you teach him? Because I mean, he tries to bust out everything in. Oh gosh, what are you doing?
Well, no, I didn't know how much core I have, but when I'm talking about
it's kind of a personal
hips,
thing, but I get it.
You can go hands up, and if you can
gosh.
you just smooth them around. Just smooth them around. They're just loose. Get a little looser.
Don't fall off the stool,
just stay
please.
right there. Just go a little looser. Yes, right there. And then you go. Yeah, you can go hands up above the forehead right there.
Okay, this is great. That's excellent.
Rose, can you try real quick? 1
Nope.
second. Okay.
Nope,
great.
we're good over here.
Continue on.
We're good over here because I'm sitting with the cover boy of RBI Baseball. Now, that's not bad. When you're walking into a store and you're like, yeah, can I get one of those with 44, the Cubs, dude? Right?
that's all. It's honestly growing up to be on a video game is amazing. It's something you don't even dream of. It's just like they hit me with that proposal. And I was like, wow, it's an incredible opportunity. It's something I'll remember forever.
Do you have to be yourself every time you like? Is there a rule?
Yes.
I'm myself every time.
Okay.
No doubt. I want to do good.
I was going to answer that for him. If he tried to be nice, then no, you know what? I'll pick, Mr. Bryan or over there. I like David Ross. He's a great catcher, but, you got to produce, and you're picking yourself in third.
No doubt. Hitting third. I'll have Bryant right behind me, hitting fourth. But, hey, if I'm the Cubs, I get to be all of them.
You know what was sweet? The other day when John Lester was pitching and ball gets stuck in mitt, he throws mitt to first. Not only do you catch it, what made you think about dropping your glove?
I don't really know. I saw the ball get stuck in his glove like that. I knew he couldn't get it out, so I wasn't going to catch it with my glove, so I was just bear hug it and hope for the best. And it worked out. It was a good play.
We've got 25, Bryant's 23, and Addison Russell's 21 and playing his first game here at Wrigley tonight.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's the talent in the infield, the talent all over is amazing. And, that picture says it all, the 25 and under. We're missing Kyle Hendricks there, but he's a pitcher, so.
Yeah, they don't count.
He'll show up every fifth time in the photo.
Yeah, every fifth one.
Okay.
That's a good point, Chris. So after wins and stuff now in a team like this, is there some disco parties going on? I mean, we had Joe Manano did a lot of fun stuff in Tampa, but you guys are now having like disco
Man, we're doing
scenes?
it. We're doing it up. It's nice. We got the smoke machine. We got a little disco ball. We got some laser lights. We actually just got more lights in for our next victory. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. We all get together. We celebrate the win. Whoever's comes up big that day. Like yesterday, we had Addison in the middle dancing, throwing them on water and stuff. So it's a lot of fun.
Who's in charge of the smoke machine though? Like, is there a go-to guy, or is it just first one up in the clubhouse hits boom bam, or is it clubbies?
Well, they set it up in the ninth, and the clubbies.
Yeah.
They set it up, and they're blasting the smoke when we walk in. The laser lights are going, and
that's nice.
We get in kind of like high school and collegiate ball, team on three at the end.
One, two, three, Cubs!
New saying every day.
Yeah. Awesome, dude. All right, bro. Well, I got some rapid fire for you. Beautiful questions here. If you can just be as honest
beautiful
as you can
questions.
with me. Beautiful questions.
That's an interesting description.
Very dynamic.
Look at how
here.
beautiful these questions are.
We have a chance of redemption here. I want to ask you, better pizza in Chicago or New York? Because recently you did say New York.
It depends what kind of style.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna go Chicago pizza.
Yeah, there
on
you
national
go.
television, I'm gonna go Chicago pizza.
Very good.
Perfect.
Good.
Thank you.
Actually, this isn't aired outside of MLB Network. Nobody's really seeing this.
You're just your clubhouse.
Yeah.
Which of the young Cubs spends the most time on the phone with Mama?
Oh wow. I'm still young, right?
You're still young.
I do for sure.
100%?
Yeah. Every day I call her, say hello, tell her I love her.
See,
That's sweet.
Yes, it is sweet.
Are you kidding me? We don't even talk to our kids, and we live with them. We don't even talk to them every day.
That's a good point, Chris. Number 3, rather wait in line for a bathroom at Wrigley or have David Ross's athleticism?
Oh, Rossi all day. Are you kidding me? Hey, we were joking around with all the technology in the game now. He's going to get another 2-year deal after this.
You're exactly right. But his hair, he needs to go. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Don't keep it too. He needs to let it go. You guys got to let him know. Some of those guys, they keep it.
You got to teach him the mascara and the beard, too, trick, because that thing is.
I told him he looked like he just got done eating powdered donuts.
Yours is nice and groomed.
Yeah, groomed, but it's mascara. It's just waterproof mascara. Okay. Rossi let the like powdered donuts going, but you'll see. He'll get.
But enough about you.
Enough about you. Let's talk about you.
No. Enough about you.
Frank Rizzo, Alana Rizzo, or Rizzo from the Muppets?
Ooh, I'm going to go Lana from the Muppets.
Yeah.
Rizzo from the Muppets.
Did you call Alana from the Muppets?
No, yeah, I was thinking of Alana.
Okay, I got it.
My
We're
sister.
following along.
Or I go with my family and Alana. Probably Alana.
Yeah, we'll go Alana for 500.
Yes.
Would you trade names with Brian?
Schlitter.
Schlitter, thank you. Because I started with an SH, but it was SC. So Schlitter, if it meant you'll win the NL MVP.
Yeah, no doubt. Where's the papers? Sign me up.
All right, very good. Well, Anthony Schlitter, good job today.
Thank you, guys.
It's always fun catching up with you, man. Thanks
you,
for
guys.
having us in your little humble abode, too.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys coming out.
You got it.
House.
Thank you.
All right, dude. All right, so you're going to help us out tonight. We are singing during the 7th inning stretch.
Yeah.
You have been here enough to know that there's some guys who just drop the ball and it's ugly. Will you help us out?
Yeah, well, of course. Well, I think what you guys have to do is, first of all, just embrace it. Don't fear it.
Right.
Go up there, want this opportunity, take the opportunity, go out there and just sing your hearts out, man. Like, have it. You won't. This guy, he loves singing. You know?
Yes.
Yeah. Could I ask you a question, though, a favor,
Absolutely.
maybe? Would you buffer the 7th inning stretch, maybe, to get the crowd at least introduce
Buffer.
us, maybe?
Oh, buffer it.
Hey!
Hey, do a little
Like
Harry,
that?
a little Harry.
Just get it
God.
going and
Yeah,
we'll
they,
sing.
they wouldn't even remember what we did.
Hi, everybody. All right, let me hear you.
I mean,
something like that.
Yeah.
yes.
Chris
Could you do it?
I could possibly.
Tom Arnold and Keith Miller are
Let me
here.
check my schedule.
Check your
I think
schedule.
I'm free.
What else could you possibly be doing in retirement?
That's a great point. I'm pretty flexible these days.
Okay.
As a Cubs groupie, which you are,
Yep.
deep down inside, is this an exciting little fun
Don't
time
ask
around
him
the
a
city?
real baseball question.
No, I mean, seriously. I was excited. Like, you live here.
Yeah, you know what? It is. It's not just exciting, like, for me, as somebody that, works for the
Right.
team and wants the team to do well and played here to see all these young players, but, like, in the city, man. I go to Starbucks or you go to, your restaurants you go to or a local bar, and everybody's excited, man.
Yeah.
And to have a
Should
team
be.
really since,
cool.
since 2008, that is exciting to come to the ballpark
Did you
and
make
watch.
the All-Star team in 2008?
Yeah, it was in New York, Yankee Stadium. I got in there for an inning in the 9th inning, struck out the side. It wasn't a big
Yeah,
deal.
they didn't make contact. You know why I asked them that, Chris?
Why?
I was down at the Harry Carey's thing. I brought my kids to Sports Museum, and they had Ryan Dempster spikes in that thing. I'm looking at Greg Maddox. I'm like, oh, there's Ernie Banks stuff. And all of a sudden, I'm like, bro, that's my boy Debbie Spikes. It said 2008 All-Star. I was like, what's up, Debbie? I know. He's in my cell. He's in my cell. Yeah.
This is the first time you're realizing he played in that All-Star
I didn't even know he's that good. I mean, I knew he's like 75 and 140. His career record made over 100 million, but I didn't know he was made an All-Star game.
All right, I got a couple of quick baseball topics I do want to hit.
Yeah.
First of all, we just got the news. It's official, unfortunately. Adam Wainwright, the Cardinals ace, is done for the year with a torn Achilles. First and foremost, what does this mean for this team? Because they do have some young guys, whether it's a Tyler Lyons who could come in, fill in, Jaime Garcia, Marco Gonzalez at some point might be able to contribute. But big picture, what's it mean?
Well, it hurts a lot. I mean, this is Adam Wainwright. This is one of, 10 true aces in Major League Baseball. This guy is a bona fide number one. So to lose him and to lose him without the possibility of him coming back late in the season
Right.
is going to crush these guys now. Therefore, but there's opportunity now. Somebody else can go out there and step up. Is this an opportunity for Lance Lynn to really take that next step and go out there and be the number one type pitcher that they need him to be? He goes out there and wins games every year. Can he turn that corner? But this hurts the St. Louis Cardinals. Do they have the organization and the right method there and the right system to overcome that? For sure, because they've proven that in the past.
All right, real quickly, Max Scherzer made the point over the weekend because he got hurt jamming his thumb while hitting. It sounds like he's going to miss a start as well. He said, dude, let's get rid of the pitcher hitting. Let's have the DH in both leagues. You agree?
Yeah, you know what? I used to be anti that, maybe because I was a pitcher and I always liked the possibility of one day I might actually scrape one over the wall,
Yeah.
It was hard when I locked my back foot in the dirt and never got out of there.
Right.
But I think at the end of the day, like, what are we doing? Like, why not have that 15 extra jobs where you get a hitter in there? Baseball needs more offense. You provide that. I think it's a win-win for both sides. I think Major League Baseball would like it, and I think players would like it to be able to have a guy in there who, hey, maybe can't play that position because somebody else is ready, and now we can move him into a DH
but
slot.
it'll prevent him from ever getting one more AB
right.
Instead of hitting 099.
It's the only reason I would ever come back.
Right.
So we won't be able to see this anymore? Is that what you're saying, Ryan?
Well,
it's a the reaction.
See that?
Dying. Look at
this. What? Now watch the wheels, though. The wheels, third
look
base.
How fast you got there.
I was thinking 3 out of the gate.
On the cup of the barrel of the bat at the end.
3 out of the gate. Right as soon as I hit that, there was never a doubt. It was third base the whole way.
Gorgeous swing on the curveball. I like the way you kind of stood in there.
Yep.
Gorgeous. Yeah,
Thanks.
Really
we
dynamic.
will see you tonight up in that booth for the 7th inning stretch. Do not disappoint. Don't say I got somewhere to be.